Hi everyone, this is Koinzell here. So today we're going to talk about the April 13th patch notes for Black Desert Mobile. It's a pretty nice update in terms of content. So first off, you have the World Boss improvement. You've finally able to get Holy Vials, Ancient Tablets, Boss Stamps, as well as improve Chaos Crystal, Star Coin, Magical Essences, which is very helpful, and the most important thing is also the improved number of World Boss Fragments. So if you listened to my advice previously about not spending your World Boss extra entry passes, now you can use all those that you have saved up, because these rewards are already pretty good, and you can definitely use all the extra entry passes that you have saved up, since you'll be getting better resources here as well as increased number of World Boss fragments, not to mention this stuff here as well. I do believe that the world bosses that you guys will get should not be the overbuffed ones that we got previously. I remember doing a video on the Hadum Casca, I think. It took like super long to kill him, but they did nerf him after that, so most likely you guys should be getting the post-nerf version. So yep, I will put link to the World Boss video on the top right corner for you guys to check out. Great Desert Boss improvement. Yeah, okay. So this is a very important one where finally Layton wouldn't die before it reached the boss battle. Imagine for us, it's basically if you don't go to him, the Vermin, his HP is at 20 bars. He will die before you reach him on Taiwan server before they did this change. So it's nice that they finally did this change. And now the most important update, Hadum Nightmare. I'm gonna go up front here. I'm gonna say it right at the up front, which is the fact that Hadum Nightmare gives you significantly more SP than the 4 more zones. Okay, or the 4 more zones basically you can tell just via how fast your Holy Vials consumption rate is. If you have enough Holy Vials to support your 24/7 in Hadum Nightmare, you will definitely gain SP faster than other players who have been farming the 4 more zone instead. And it doesn't get obvious immediately, but after 1 to 2 months of a person farming 24/7 in Hadum Nightmare versus another person farming in the 4 more zone, you'll definitely see some difference in terms of levels. Okay, so if you are able to 24/7 Hadum Nightmare, then yes, it definitely gives you the best rewards, and it also gives you more stuff like even the adventure token. It gives more as well. Okay, so I do have knowledge on which there are 2 spots in Hadum Nightmare that are the best farming spots in terms of the KPM. Those 2 spots offer you better KPM than other spots because of how the mobs are, the density, the spawning, the spawn rate, and the generally speaking how that spot is, whether or not you end up running out of the spot. Obviously you don't want to, so that your KPM remains high. So I'll look into doing videos on those 2 spots and some other spots worthy of mention, and then what are the somewhat bad spots. So up to you guys to decide how to handle that. In fact, I'm not sure whether I should share it, because the moment I share it, those 2 spots are like going to be super contested on the global server, I think, provided there's still a healthy amount of players there. So you know what? Let me know in the comments whether or not you guys want me to share. Okay. So Hadum Nightmare entering, I mean all of that is pretty standard, right? Oh yes, Hadum Nightmare CP will keep changing. One thing to note though, the 4 more zone that you guys have now is just the Garhard's Bandit's secret base, right? So this secret base is how should I put it? The SP is definitely much lesser or significantly lesser than Hadum Nightmare. But eventually when you get Chaos Zone, the Chaos Zone 4 more zone SP actually doesn't It's actually on. It will actually become on par with that of Hadum Nightmare. But anyway, let's do something in the near future, I hope, for you guys, for the Chaos Zones to be out then. So for now, for what you have in the global server, Hadum Nightmare, there is quite a significant difference in the Hadum Nightmare XP versus the normal Hadum, or rather the foremost Hadum Zone. POG Rift 13, yep. So like I said, they will definitely give you another Rift difficulty before the season ends. Now, will they give another one? I'm not quite sure. But generally speaking, no harm saving your passes until then, unless you're really desperate for CP from your emblem, or sorry, your insignia. So if that's the case, then by all means go ahead, since now at least there is already an increase in the Rift difficulty level since the season started. Alright. What else? Paladin. And people wonder why I say Paladin is trash previously, right? So yeah, I'm not going to talk about the changes to Paladin. I mean, it's so obvious to me that she's terrible. That's why they have to buff her, just like Lancer. Okay. Family characters. Ah, okay. This is a very nice feature, previewing of gear, so that you, before you log in to look at the character's gear, especially since now that there's constellation, people are going to be working on their 5 other sub characters, right? Your 5 other alternates that you bring into constellation. So this is very helpful. And I think this is a very important change in Rabonus, where Adventurer will be visible in the bush when they apply damage. DOT damage, which should have been the case all along. It's just terrible balancing on their part in terms of PvP content to not have the Adventurer be visible when they deal damage, ADOT, even if it's DOT damage. So yeah, I'm glad that they finally did this. I mean, not that I play Ramonas, I'm not like I'm a hardcore Ramonas player, but those players in my guild previously, those that play Ramonas every day, they are always complaining about this as well. So it's nice that they finally fixed this. Okay. It can't believe they are finally fixing this. I thought they just completely ignored this since this happened. This was there since like, I think even before I started doing any BDM videos, this was already there. This issue was already there. So I thought that this was something that they wouldn't go fix anyway, but yeah, right. They actually bothered to fix it. Okay. Okay, Pushup. I wanted to quickly touch on the Pushup. Notice for this is like, I think this is the 3rd week in a row, right? Where there's pretty much only 1 or 2 new items, and some of it is not even cash, it's just using the black or the white pearls. But I do believe there's a reason why, because the, how should I put it, the patches that you guys are getting are moving at a very accelerated pace compared to what we initially got back on Taiwan and Korea. So it explains that they don't want to do the same kind of cash packages that we have back when we got the same kind of content that you guys are getting now, because if that's the case, what happened is that they were really upset the paying players, because the packages will just get better and better sooner and sooner, and it makes you feel like whatever you spent 1 month ago is really terrible in value compared to the newer packages. So my guess is this is their way of cushioning the impact with the accelerated updates, and this also helps, how should I put it, it helps in not widening the gap further between F2P and wheels, because the less items there are here for wheels to buff up on, the slower the gap widens between F2P and wheel. I can sort of understand why Pushup updates are getting like really little stuff now. They probably will give you better packages as the updates gradually reach a stage where it's very close to Korea and Taiwan, and they don't need to go with such an accelerated pace. I would think that that is the period where they may do more proper packages for you guys. Okay, so until then, for the paying players, I don't know whether this is considered a good or bad news. The bad news is that F2P players can catch up to you easily, or not easily, but easier. While the good news is that you get to save, right? You don't need to spend that much on this game. So, pros and cons. Alright, let's go in-game and look at the packages. So it's just these two. Honestly speaking, I don't think 1 million Asian gold coin is worth it. I mean, it's probably going to be higher value than whatever you have in here, the default ones. But how should I put it? I'm never an advocate of spending to buy ancient gold coins. In my opinion, you should be buying boss stamps to farm for ancient gold coins and other resources, instead of spending on ancient gold coins alone. Unless you're really desperate to pump your Black Spirit level up and your Black Spirit level is somewhat lower than the average level, for example, then maybe that's something to consider. But I can tell you guys, whenever I show those super ridiculous amount of ancient gold coins that I have, like 100 plus million overnight, that kind of amount, I have never bought ancient gold coin directly from packages, unless that package has other stuff I want, but I'll be buying for those other stuff. Okay, sorry for that. What was I saying? Yeah, so for example, when I spent 136 million coins overnight, none of it was from direct purchase, unless the package was the ancient gold coins in the package. But more often than not, those type of packages, the main focus are on other products rather than the ancient gold coin. My focus has always been to buy boss stamps for getting ancient gold coins, so I highly recommend doing the same as well. In other words, don't buy this unless you're desperate to catch up on Black Spirit level, because that's what ancient gold coin is for, right? To get ancient gold spending the ancient gold coins is actually the best way to increase your Black Spirit level, and of course getting dimensional fragments. Okay, worship preparation chest. At first glance, it looks quite value for money given the number of items that you have, but if you look at the items, it's okay, but not that fantastic. I mean, the 500 Vials of Light is not too bad. 100 Shadow not a lot per se. Dark Metal Stone, I mean, it's still higher value than what you usually get from the Pushup. So, and there's only one X purchase per family. So yes, if you have the white purse to spare, there's no harm in buying this, since there's also 3 episode accessories from this. But it's not like it's super worth it type of package. How should I put it? It's not a super must buy package for amongst the packages where you can only purchase one per family. But it's still better than what you have. So have it available as the part of the other items in the shop. So if you have the white purse to spare, why not? So this is a okay buy. This is not a good buy in my opinion. So yep, up to you guys to decide. But if you have white purse to spare, it's okay to buy this. This is only if you're really desperate to get Black Spirit levels. Alright, so that is it for the Pushup review today. You're making my life easy. I mean per Abyss, by having so limited per shop updates. I don't have that much items to go through. So anyway, I hope you guys find the content helpful. And just FYI, if you see me posting any video other than patch review, it is not that I have come back. I'm just doing some old videos to share with you guys. In fact, I think the next one I will publish will be opening the Allion Rune pink orange to pink grade chest. Since you guys just had Constellation, so you know what that chest is, I can show you guys. Alright, thanks everyone for watching. I'll see you guys next video. Bye.